Here. Let's be honest, I know that this is a bit earlier than my normal streams, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm trying to get some things done content-wise and just kind of close some chapters on stuff. If you were here for the stream yesterday, I kind of made it clear that I'm gonna be wrapping things up with NARAKA for the most part, so I just wanted to go ahead and start getting this moving, so that we can just get this over and done with, and again, close the book entirely, for everything with NARAKA and the campaign stuff. There can be a whole nother discussion later about the problems with Showdown, but yeah, I'm just looking to finish this up. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this really quickly. I am going to burn these soul jades. I think I have some extras in here before we get started. Oh, never mind, I did not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off fatigue accumulation. That's really important if you don't want to get a bunch of soul jades out as rewards. I definitely don't need them for 31 through 35, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to tell it to not ask me again for the rest of the day. And let's go ahead and get this started. Yama's Abyss tends to take a while, so yeah, we're going to definitely need to chug through this. So of course I'm going to be using Valda for this. I think that's because that's what I promised earlier. I could run this with other characters though, just keeping it 100. Valda's not the only person I know how to play, but for the sake of what we're doing here, it is easier to just go ahead and use Valda. It's going to be faster, and I know her timings very well, so it's whatever kind of thing. The other thing is, to be honest, I could actually use a Hone Tyranny build, either a Hone Tyranny build or a build that is similar to Hone Tyranny. And to be fair, I didn't even pay attention to what the omen was for this one, so don't do me on that. But I'm going to go ahead and use Ice Essence. I know we can make it through stage 31 with Ice. We're not really going to be hit too much with a DPS limit. There's probably some amount of DPS concerns, but it's not going to be gigantic. This is not part of that worst stage area. So see, enhanced, you have enhanced element here. So there's less melee damage really, but as long as you're making the focal point dealing elemental damage, you'll be fine. See? So we're going to go ahead, take contract quest, keep moving. So if you notice, one of the changes from before in Yama's Abyss, they've taken out a lot of the sounds. So you won't hear as much of like the clicking when you're doing certain things. Interesting dynamic, I feel like, but hey, whatever floats their boat, right? So again, that's using that cancel technique that I've mentioned before. Of course, he decides to actually move off of the height. Alright. So there's an attack decrease that happens due to it being enhanced element. So I'm going to take the opportunity to try to fight that a little bit by just picking up a few boosts here and there. This would not be worth your time on the higher levels, but I still don't consider the 30s to be high. Okay, we just got hit by a bomber. Oh, alright, didn't know that was the last one. So Might High Roller can be useful if you can get it enough, but we kind of need money, so I'm not going to use this. Now if we were on a melee focused run, then Might High Lower Roller would probably be very useful. So let's keep going. Because these are the 30s, we'll probably have way better luck than on the 40s, when you would literally have to re-roll 50 million stages just to be able to find a good thing. Okay, so they're giving me Sub-Zero, which Sub-Zero seal is not the worst thing possible. We just have to make sure we don't get frozen. I'm gonna see what I can get out of this. Elemental resonance would be useful here. We'll take the charged boost. Unless it is... Okay, we can deal with powerful foe. That's not the end of the world. I'll take one more here. I'm gonna roll it. So what I'm trying to find right now, which it is not giving me, is a box. So we're just going to make do. I always suggest grabbing whatever armor powders and stuff you can. And then let's run it. Now see, I was out of range of that. I got rubber banded, but it's okay. And that's an annoying thing that Mountain Ghost tends to do. Yeah. So I'm taking a bunch of damage, I guess, from him on that one. We don't have an armor penalty, so it's no big deal. I should have been able to tap dodge that, but okay. You have to consistently be aware of the fact that she's going to try and get involved throughout the entire fight. That's why powerful foe is kind of annoying to deal with. Again, shouldn't really have that level of range to that attack. We managed to get rid of the powerful foe just now, so that's no longer a problem. Sub-Zero Seal freezes me though, so that's fun, right? Let's see if we can get in front of him, get the counter. He's gonna do it again. I'm gonna go ahead and use my ult to dodge that. He might use the stomp, but we'll see. He might be too busy doing the other stuff to actually stomp. Yeah, we were able to get him before he had an opportunity to stomp. Alright. We'll go ahead and pick up the second elemental resonance.
Set sail.
And keep moving to the next stage. I don't really like Mountain Ghost or the Matron of Yushin first form. So we're gonna keep using that dodge canceling technique to kind of clear these guys out as much as possible. We have to be really careful about the Faria, and we also have to deal with that Omen, which is the napalm issue these guys cause. Best thing to do right now is to just kind of try to avoid the Faria and just stay in the circle. The goal is to just close the circle. Alright, so none of these are that useful. Guardian could be useful because we do have the Ice Blast damage thing, but with it not being ice wielding, it doesn't give a good benefit. So now what they did with Yama's Abyss, they changed things to where these green highlights will show you what are the useful abilities on a Jade. So what you would like to see are, or is in this case since I'm running an ice build, an Ice Blast damage and an ice wielding, and then potentially any other benefits. So since we don't see anything that's super useful for us, I'm gonna go with we just throw it away. And let's keep going. Our current build isn't great, but it's certainly not going to cause us a problem on this mode.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Now, one thing that is sad is that we're not triggering ice blast damage right now. And that's probably because I don't have Crescent Ice Slam. I am going to get frozen in a second too. There's nothing I can really do about that yet. I don't have the fuse thaw, and I don't have ice break.
This is mine. You're just sinking.
I could have used my ult, but I just don't see that as a good use of my ult right now.
Aim for the queen.
We're actually close to, there's like one more stage, and then we'll be at a point where we can buy things. This is useful. So Tundra Mite combined with Sub-Zero Seal is now going to help us completely make up for all of the issues that I'm having attack-wise. The entire time that I'm increasing in Frostbite, I'm going to get increased damage that I deliver to my enemies. So now I just have to hope for consistent ice procs. Yep. So that was easy. Now this one is actually useful. This is now Guardian, but we have the boost of the ice. So that's actually a good pick for the time being. I'm hoping we get something better in the next chest, but if we don't, we have a slightly better setup, right? So now let's go ahead. We will do a refresh here. So we have successive ice blasts. This is great, but still a little dangerous because we don't have anything to cancel out our freeze. We'll make it work. Alright, let's go with elemental fragility. I am not crazy enough at the current moment to go ahead and open another cursed chest. We don't have a good jade set up for it. So we will stay away from cursed chests from here. And we'll just buy whatever else we need. And let's go ahead and get this done. If I'm not frozen right as I get in here, oh well, I was frozen. But I should be out of freeze by the time the boss shows up. Yay! I'm trying to see what he's gonna do.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
So we're gonna be heavily depending on these stabs to do enough damage over time to trigger. Crescent Slam would be better. Okay, so that is an example of console positions. So right there, I had a huge amount of input lag because I registered the buttons, I just didn't get the return.
Watertight once more.
And this is again why I cannot salute or recommend anyone to actually grab NARAKA at this point. If you're already used to NARAKA stuff, then yeah, sure, but please don't come in as a new player, because right now it's just the state of the game is horrible.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Alright. So see, I'm not able to do much damage because of the fact that again I don't have Crescent Slam ice wielding. That should have counted regardless of the position. If I can get hit by it, I should have been able to parry it. So again, server issues. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my ult here, speed this up a bit. We're still making okay time, but it's just a disgrace, right?
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead, get away from him, and try to get my armor up before I get frozen. Because again, I knew I was gonna get frozen. That's why Sub-Zero Seal is beautiful in its own way, but it's a death sentence depending on this was higher difficulties, I would not have taken Sub-Zero.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
And that was actually the perfect parry moment. I kind of messed up on that. You never know whether he's gonna immediately follow the attack or just kind of delay like that. So we now have full elemental resonance. That's beautiful. I just really wish I had Crescent Slam.
Armor restored.
So I'm gonna
Set sail.
actually armor up, and then I think we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go into the Red Omen one and see what we can pick up. I'm hoping we see something nice in here. And this is actually not a bad one to deal with because of the power of elemental resonance combined with our current setup. Literally all I have to do, except for maybe getting frozen anyway, is to just bait out this area here. Well,
You think your tricks and
let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. So unfortunately, nothing that great. I'll take the elemental conversion one.
Watertight once more.
Oh, I didn't even see that other big circle. We could have taken that other Red Omen.
Aim for the queen. Better not miss.
It's only because of the stacks that I currently have that I'm willing to not worry as much about triggering elemental, like the elemental damage. Otherwise, you wouldn't have taken elemental conversion because it'll stop your attacks from triggering ice as much. But in this case, it's no risk because we already have elemental resonance, we have elemental fragility, we have a bunch of other stuff that's helping to proc it. So no big deal. The damage boost is more important. Now, that was kind of sad. He should have gotten dragged by my attack. There we go. Now it's working properly. Now in this case, you can literally just sit here and just dodge or at least move around most of the arrows, right? And then just hold the circle. And we're through. This is another useless pull. Well, except for this. So, Reawakening isn't really useful with our current build, but the Ice Blast boost is nice. That's a 40% Ice Blast boost, and it's an Ice Wielding Jade. So that also increases our proc. We're going to go ahead and do a refresh here, and we'll just let that go through. So, we have Soul Shiver here. So this is actually useful because we're going to be gaining Frostbite anyway, so who cares, right? Let's go ahead and get the Special Demon Elixir. Let's heal. And then we'll spend the rest on Carved Jades. Now we get Special Offer. That's hilarious. So let's go ahead and let's just heal up entirely. Also, the more Ice Wielding Jades we get, the less power Sub-Zero Seal has. So that's beautiful. It's keeping us from gaining ice too quickly. And in addition to that, we're getting all of these boosts, right? You see how many boosts I currently have active. That should have worked. That diffuse was fine.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
I wasn't sure which one he was gonna throw there.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
There we go. Alright. I just wish I had Sap right now. That's the only thing that makes her ability useful.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Nope. Alright. Again, we're not going to get a ton of damage out of this.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Nope.
Praise
No.
God. Let them know freedom.
I actually should have activated my ult a little bit later because there's a chance of me getting frozen beforehand. That should have actually worked for that defuse, but it's okay. Yep, frozen.
You think
But
your
we
tricks
got the
and
parry.
gimmicks can fool me?
Alright. And we're done. Alright, so that's 31. Now we'll keep moving to the next one. Let's see here. So that's everything. As I said, I turned off fatigue on purpose. There's no need for us to have it active. So let's go ahead and move to 32. Now see 32, if we see here, we have an increased enhanced charge damage here. That would mean that we would not run a Hone Tyranny build. It's better to run a build that is minus Hone Tyranny, but if we wanted to, we could spec higher into the green tree here and go more toward thunder benefits if we wanted to. We have Relentless Volley and then Ice Arrow. So we're going to turn off fatigue, confirm, confirm, and then what we're going to do here is I will kind of demo that build, right? So here we go into our change potential plan section. And so basically what we'd be running is this version. You could run a green tree with all of the extra attack specs, but you just would not turn on this one. So this would also give us access to a pretty powerful thunder build overall. So now what you're going to do is go here, and then we have our different setups. The one that I would suggest for this, if you're a new player, I would probably say you pick the one with Skyforce for sure. If you're not a new player, then you could go along with this one, which is where you have Thunder Pull, Thunder Counter, your long handle weapon sap, and then Crescent Slam, Thunder Wielding. Thunder Wielding is important here. And then hopefully, if you can find them, Sub-Zero Seal and Ice Break. However, the Yama's is rigged. So Yama's is rigged to always be against the player. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Your luck, your rolls, your pulls, everything will be against you. So my suggestion is to make sure that if you are new to it, and if you decide to go against my advisement, which is to not touch Yama's or NARAKA at all until NARAKA improves itself greatly, if you decide to go against that advice, then I would say that you want to make sure that you have stuff like Skyforce in your bag, or in your skills, your Soul Jade equip section. That way, hopefully, you will get at least Skyforce or a sap. I know that since this is stage 32, 9 times out of 10 this shouldn't be that bad. We should be able to pull out a win even if things don't go according to plan, quote unquote. But you would not risk that with anything past probably stage 35 or so.
Aim for the
Let's
queen.
see if
Better
we
not
can get the
miss.
flyers out. And I needed to get the flyers out in time to be certain that we could get done with the rest of them. So, as you can see here, Thunder is doing damage. Well, not Thunder, but charged attacks are doing damage, but for some reason they're not really proccing the elemental benefit, which is interesting to me. Yeah, see that? No elemental proc. Very interesting.
So, this is my world. You're just seeing it.
Alright, that's interesting too. Okay, let's go ahead and get him
Aim for the queen. Better not miss.
And then this one over here. So, see, this is where it says again, it's highlighting which ones are useful for basalt armor. So you have like the rage per damage is higher, rage recovery is high, you have divine thunder damage increase. The only thing about basalt is that you lose your health. Like you reduce health in exchange. But I think I did pick basalt armor just now, and the reason of course is because the divine thunder boost if we manage to get it, among other things.
Anchors away.
That said, the flyers are max danger to us if we have a basalt armor build. We must get rid of the flyers.
This is mine. You're just
Alright. Okay.
Gleams again. See at noon.
I'm just gonna take him out this way.
Aim for the queen.
I don't have time to really deal with him the normal way, so I had to take him out that way because I can't afford to get hit by that, not knowing for sure what will happen.
This is mine. You're just
The other thing that is interesting to me is that I feel like my thunder proc is not that high. I feel like I should be getting a better thunder proc on damage, but I'm not, which is something else that's weird.
Now this is a weapon.
And who knows, that may be the fact. Again, this game is very bugged, so there are moments where you pick certain potentials. You can change your potentials and figure out what you want on your character, and then they won't stick when you actually load into the game. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening right now. Either that or thunder proc is just terrible. Could be that too.
This is mine.
Alright. So I'm just dash canceling out of that move. That's really what's happening there. Every time I attach the grapple, I'm just dodging to then cancel out of it. Okay, he dropped down. Okay. I'll definitely need to buy some more grappling hooks. I should have dash canceled. I didn't think he'd fly or she'd fly that far. Because, yeah, that was way further. And I'm kind of holding from a 1.5 charge, but then the release is happening a bit faster than expected. There we go. Alright, we're not going to use the box since we know that we have it. So normally, strategy here, get to the next level, see what's in the box, and then based on what you see in here, that's when you figure out whether you need to, like what you need to do. So we do have Crescent Slam, Thunder Wielding. I don't know if I'll have time to grab that beforehand, so I'm actually going to purchase it probably here, even though that's normally not how you would do that, right? Now let's go ahead and go in here. We can make it just off of that. What I will do though is get the box down as fast as possible. Oh, this is actually great. He's the slow boss. So that is beautiful. Alright. But again, we do have to actually sit there and do some dodging and make sure that we don't get hit by things that we're not supposed to get hit by.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
So with him, we can actually go through our general counter techniques. We can. Again, run around. You want to try and separate as fast as possible so that you're in the position for the dash cancel. I was not going to be able to cancel out fast enough, so that's why I used my ult. Alright. We use diffuse to dodge that. He's doing the whole thing again with his hands. That should have actually hit him. It's kind of sad it didn't.
You think you're
Alright.
children can fool me?
And we can go ahead and continue damaging.
Anchors away. You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Nope.
Let them know fear.
And so this is the perfect location where I have easy aim with the ult. And we're done. Alright. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a better refresh here. This is not useful. I'm just gonna take the money. I'm going to grab Elemental Resonance for now, presuming that we can get some useful things in here in the box. I will go ahead and do a refresh. Alright. So I am not getting a great proc here. But what we will do is grab this one. And to be honest, I didn't think I should have done a refresh, held it, and then after that come to the box. So from now on, don't be like me. Do the opposite, right? So let's go ahead and go in here. This will always be the better thing to go for, a special offer. And there's no point really in us doing anything else except grabbing some useful stuff there. Oh, and grab enough grapple hooks, because you will need those. So because we have Crescent Slam Thunder Wielding should carry us honestly through the next section until we get to the box again. This is the super annoying version of the game. It's where they try to give you a free level, but it's just all dumb. So, okay, we'll pick that up. It's basically, oh yay, here's a section where you don't have to run around and look at things. Also, well, you don't have to fight things, I should say. Also, notice that screen glitch that happened when I turned there on that last one. So let's go ahead and grab this. The orb is over here, and if you do not grab this orb in time and take your soul from the orb, then you will get hit by an attack that will probably kill you. Well, after about 2 times in a row, it'll kill you. So either way, just don't get hit by it. So we could increase our armor by 350. I don't really think that that's a worthwhile use, though. Well, you know what? We'll take it, though. And let's go ahead. We need potentially better stuff, so let's go and do the high omen sections. Thank you. Okay, nice. We are getting Thunder proc on hit. The only thing, though, is that this is a lot of bombers. You don't tend to fight bombers if you don't have to, because you won't kill them in time. That's a very important rule to kind of remember.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Alright. So see, now we're getting the things that we need. So we're going to go ahead and get Thunder Counter. You do not pick Thunder Pull before Thunder Counter. And then we're going to hope that we come across another stage where we might be able to find Thunder Pull. Also, look in the right hand corner of the screen and you see that my ping is at 100. Again, evidence of the bull stuffing. And this is the general situation these days. This is just maddening. Okay, that. Oh right. My ping's at 100, so I can't parry. I can't parry early. Or should I say not even early, but like on time. I have to parry super early. All right.
This is mine.
It's all good.
Told you, this is my world.
Okay, we have to go up here. I hear something.
Told you, this is mine.
I'm not going over there and wasting another
Right through the tallywhacker.
There we go. So we have Thunderproof. Not really what
X
we
marks the
need.
spot.
I'm gonna waste the reroll, see if I'm lucky. I was not.
Now this is a weapon.
I could technically try and do the red omen and just see what I get, but again, a box is always better. So we're not going to have anything there. We might as well not even worry about it. We'll use the special demon elixir to make up for it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy certain things, but not much. Let's give myself back a little bit of money there. So I could buy enhanced charge and then enhanced charge 2. I could go with the resurgence as well. That's one of those interesting things where you could go in that direction too. I probably will, just to get the yin haze effect. I'm going to go with this because that will allow me to kill the boss faster. And then we'll check our armor and stuff. Our armor looks good. Give me back the grapples. And then this is normally how I roll in terms of armor and all of that. I'm not going to do an omen. Because I don't have best possible build, we aren't doing omens. Alright, what are you gonna do?
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Alright, that defuse should have worked. So it's kind of annoying that it didn't.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
The fact that this man dodged the backstab, wild. The fact that defuse didn't work, wild. Okay, they're hating me on that defuse too. That's something else. Sliding should work where the second you slide the first time, it automatically plays, but it doesn't. You for some reason, it'll mess with your ability to load armor right after the slide. Ooh, didn't expect him to go for the immediate blow. Step back. Then we get him off of that. Get him off of this. No. He held that. Now, the reason why we want this is so that we can instantly attack his health with my ult. So that way we managed to maximize the damage that we could get out of that. I held dodge, but it's okay. We'll just duck, just to be on the safe side. As you can see, very weird interaction in terms of the parry. Same there. You can tell that this is completely an effect of the weirdness of the ping. All right.
Anchors away.
Step back.
Your tricks and gimmicks can fool me.
Ah, that was a little early for the defuse. I'll give it that. Wasn't sure if he was gonna follow up or not.
Your tricks and gimmicks can fool me.
All right. Normally his tracking is a lot better in those moments. Roll. Okay, see, didn't even know where he was hitting. There we go. We'll take elemental resonance and keep moving. And this is why a lot of the time Ice build is favored over Thunder build. Because see, for Ice build, you can get one lucky Jade and probably make a whole Ice run work. You cannot do that with Thunder. You have to have Thunder pull and Thunder counter to get the proper build set up. Like, I can get away with this on this difficulty, but this would be impossible on another difficulty. I'm gonna get the archers later. They're doing damage, but since they don't really have anything too crazy going for them right now, I can kill them later. Oh, but this.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Ooh.
You think your tricks and gimmicks
I dashed out at the last second. Sit there and not deal with the craziness. Alright. Huh. I thought for sure that I heard one of them below me. But maybe not.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay. And then roll invincibility, right?
Told you, this is my world.
You know what? This one, we'll just shoot him. Okay. Nothing. We're gonna try the High Omen one because again, if we can get Thunder Pull, changes everything, right? So let's see if we can make that happen.
This is my world. You're just
Ooh, get out of there. The damage that he did on that attack.
Aim for the queen. Better not miss.
He should have got hit by that, but it's okay.
This is mine.
All right.
You're just sinking.
We survived that without an issue. Now this one's complicated. You have different ones here that we can go toward with elemental damage being increased. I'm gonna just go with element conversion in this case because it's only a 15% decrease. So I'm hoping that because we've only been picking thunder wielding for the most part, that we'll be able to trigger it well enough. And I did make a mistake. One of my jades there is not a thunder wielding jade. Don't do that. Make sure that all of your jades are always the same elemental type as whatever you're going for, so that way you almost always get the thunder proc.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
No.
Aim for the queen. Better not miss.
Ow. Ow. So under other circumstances, I could have managed to get that.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
But I'm basically being hated on due to the state of the game again.
This is my world.
The game is bunkastic. I should have been able to get that standing parry, but that's an example of the problems that you have with NARAKA.
This is mine. You're just sinking.
Get off of me.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Yeah, they're basically making it impossible to be able to fill this circle in time. So this is kind of the worst possible situation for when you actually need like Thunder Pull, Thunder Counter. So I just gave up on killing enemies and I just started waiting it out because of the stupidity. Alright, let's go ahead and go in here. We can only hope that we might have Thunder Pull in this next chest, but we probably won't because, you know, luck, right? But we'll see. So see, this is exactly what I said, right? You don't have Thunder Pull. And so this is the BS that is NARAKA. And this is exactly why, as I've said before, I can't recommend it because it's dumb. And everything about it at this point is dumb. They've set it up purposefully to mess over players. So since we did not have the luck to have Thunder Pull, we will just go ahead and create a different setup. We'll make it work. So fortify the armor. There's really no point, I think. I don't remember if the thunder damage, I don't think the thunder warps stacks based on enhanced element. I know Ice Blast does. So that's why, as I've said, even though I tried thunder build for this just to show y'all, I can no longer suggest thunder build in any capacity compared to ice at this point. It doesn't make sense. So let's go ahead and go with this. We'll do Yin Resurgence, Fortified Armor.
Armor restored. Set sail.
The reason for the Fortified Armor is so that way we just don't go down easily as we're doing all of this. Because this is definitely not going to be the best build to take this enemy down fast. So
Cry havoc and let loose the sea
you
dogs
see how
of
much
war.
damage that actually does, right?
Let them know
So to be real, I'm going to be depending more so on ult damage and on very good use of my own abilities. And since this is Rock Guy, I need to be ready for him to try and deal a ton of damage to me.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Ow. Tried to step back, couldn't get it in time. And basically what happened there, I didn't realize how depleted my stamina was. That was a very rookie mistake on my part. We're gonna go ahead, step back, refill armor. Okay, he's gonna go that way.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
I defused, but okay.
Anchors away.
I literally triggered the defuse just like that, but they didn't want to give it to me. And of course we're getting the super active version of him.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Nope. Yeah, I won't be able to dodge that. You know what?
Armor restored.
Let's refill armor.
Make 40 plus so painful.
Yes, yes, completely agree, Dark Zero, completely agree. 40 plus is just, everything past that point is just annoying as heck, especially if you're not wielding. You have to pick the most meta characters too, just to even have a chance half the time, it feels like, because depleting Astral Aegis as well is just such a pain. But yes, 120%. Yeah, that was my bad. Picked the wrong move there. I'm just gonna let him kind of spam that attack though. Like a lot of the time my tap dodges just don't feel rewarded. I'll just defuse since he just does not want to let me get the tap dodge on that. I'm gonna walk away.
Watertight once more.
You can never be sure if he's gonna actually follow it up, so.
You think
all right.
your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Use that.
Anchors away. Raise colors.
Since I don't have good luck with, of course, having Thunder Counter, well, the Thunder Pull, I should say, to go with my Thunder Counter, the best thing to do is just rely on ult damage. Alright, hopefully he'll end the charge before I drop down.
I'm stuck on 46 ATM. Nerfs uncharged attacks by 56% and charged attacks by 90% for only a 5% boost to element damage.
Yeah, I've noticed that that's pretty much, yeah, the nerfs that they have now, the damage are insane at the upper levels. I've been stuck on 43 for Valda, and honestly, most of the time it's just because I can't get my ice set up. If I could just have successive, I'm good to go, but I can never seem to get it in time. I always get it like stage 10 or something. So I've just started, it's like every time I start, if I don't see something that's good within the first within that
You
first
think your
chest,
tricks
I
and
just have to
gimmicks
quit.
can fool me?
But it's sad because of how limiting it is. No, okay, that should have
Anchors
counted.
away.
At this point, though, we have it anyway, because I can just finish the rest with old damage.
I'm not a fan of how you have to play this at all.
No, how?
Yeah, it's definitely doesn't feel rewarding these days. And the thing is, that's like I've completely given up half the time on Thunder builds. And it's not that it's because I don't like Thunder. It's because you have to have Thunder pull and Thunder counter at the same time. And that for me, it's a run killer at the upper stages. It's
They're
just
going to fix it before the next season.
I agree. It doesn't look like they're going to. And if they don't, then I'm gonna be taking an extended break. Yeah, I can't justify it. But that's why these days I don't. My general build, and thank you for coming up with this when you did, of course, because you were one of the first people who really delved into the Hone Darkness. And once you kind of laid the track record for it, I started setting up everything to really match that. These days I actually use, let's see here, if I can find the Soul Jades for it. I use Tundra Might now because at first I thought that, which one was it? I'm trying to remember which one right off the top of my head. I think I have it over here. Where is it? I guess I don't actually have it on this one anymore. It wasn't Sub-Zero. I'm trying to see. Let's see. I can check one of my other characters for it. It should be there. Spring's Call. There we go. I haven't been using Spring's Call lately. That's just how much I forgot about it. I haven't been using Spring's Call lately because I realized that Spring's Call is really great for a Thunder build setup. But it's not great, or at least to me it doesn't help that much for an ice build setup. Tundra Might is more useful. So I've switched to using Tundra Might these days. I still gotta finish getting this Jade to where it has 3 on it, right? Same for Sub-Zero Seal on this one. But yeah. But I've switched to those two, like Tundra Might primarily for the ice build. But at least with an ice build, even if I don't have all the pieces, I can still deal good damage. With a Divine Thunder build, you have to have Thunder Pull and Thunder Counter, and most of the time you will not have the luck to get them both. So I've just given up entirely. Oh, I should have turned off Fatigue Accumulation. Oh, is what it is. I'm in it now. But yeah, Dark, I really wish that they change it, but they're probably not going to.
My father was well respected.
And so after, I'm probably going to team up with some people, reach out to some folks just to get everything up to stage 50 done.
Yeah, you
just
pretty much
but
need Smuggler for a good chance for both counter and pull.
yeah. And if you don't have a box going into the first boss fight, you just might as well go ahead and give up the run. You won't get the damage necessary. Your DPS just won't be high enough. And I've noticed the same thing that you have, where it seems the second that you pick a blessing, which I guess maybe I should start, maybe I should start running the Thunder one ahead of time, the Thunder Anima, and just wait until after. But it's like the second you pick a blessing, you've already signed yourself away to not getting what you need. Because for some reason, the more ice you have, or the more, if you pick the ice essence and you're looking for ice stuff, instead you'll get thunder. If you pick thunder, you'll get ice. It makes 0 sense. Oh, this is impassable.
You're just sinking.
I literally forgot for a second what the omen was. I'm like, wait a minute, I need to be dealing damage to this guy immediately.
Anchors away.
Crazy
All right,
feels
come on.
like they're actively trying to make Showdown a thing.
really though. And again, I really do feel like it's motivated probably by the rebirth beads thing. I think they're probably, as we continue to see more updates, they're probably somehow going to stack it in such a way where it basically becomes this thing where, oh, okay, the more difficult it is, the more you have to pay with the passes and everything else to get benefits, maybe, to be able to sit there and play at a higher level. They'll probably have damage ups and stuff like that that you can buy and different things. I'm hoping it doesn't go in that direction, but that's certainly what it's starting to feel like. Let me actually not even prioritize you guys first. Let me kill the ads, and I'll come back to y'all. Ooh, okay, yep, y'all have the burn thing going too.
You think you're true?
All right.
Probably trying to make up for their loss in stock with the China build.
Probably so.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Man, if you would just die already. Thank you.
Better not miss.
Okay. I just need to, yep, get there to get the crouch parry. Okay, he's dead. Only one of you now. Makes this easy.
Aim for the queen.
All right.
Better not miss.
No. No real point.
X marks the spot.
I don't want to race to refresh this early.
For your content help me so much.
Oh, thanks, Gorilla. I'm glad it does. I'm gonna be trying to push out more stuff specifically for Showdown, but to be honest, once it gets past a certain point, I will, like, I'm gonna give everything up to 40 for sure. But after that, I don't know, because they need to make some changes on things. No. You're not going to sit there and hit me with that.
Better not miss.
Okay, he's dead. I'm just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to armor up. I don't even know where that enemy is going. But that works for me. Still a win. Alright, so nothing useful here, to be honest. I could grab the increased charge damage, but... sure, take it. For now, it helps to balance out the fact that we don't have, because again, once I see non-charge, that's what I'm going to take for sure. But at least it helps to slightly balance out the lack of damage. This is what we need. So this automatically changes the name of the run. We normally don't get successive on first chest, so that's great. I don't need any armor powder, so I'll just probably grab this really quickly. We won't even worry about the jades too much. We don't need them initially. The carved jade, not for this case, because now that we have successive, that just makes everything better. I'm gonna grab that just to get through this fast.
Armor restored.
We could grab the curse. It's just the question of what curse do we get. Okay, that's not the worst possible curse. So in that case, we'll go ahead and grab this one. Again, I don't see non-charge, so for now I'll just grab that. I have my ult ready, so we'll go ult immediately the second we load in, really, and see who we're dealing with.
Let them know fear.
And I'm gonna ignore the guy down there for the time being. Half the time you hope that they get taken out by the boss or mid-fight, really.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
I tried to cancel out. He didn't give it to me. Oh, okay. He's paying attention to that guy. Alright, that's beautiful. Now he's paying attention to me.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Alright. I'm gonna just go ahead and get out of there for a second. Again, I have to stay continually cognizant of what that dude is doing. Ah, I was hoping the bell would have run out in time. It's fine though. We have ult now. Andy's being nice enough to just stand in one spot, so that makes this easy. Alright. So, again, pick Elemental Resonance. We need to stack as many things as possible, and to be honest, this should give us a different omen than Impassable. So the hope is Impassable is actually a time waster, so if we can avoid Impassable, and it's really a time waster with Valda. If I had Sap, that'd make things a little bit different. Oh yeah, this is straightforward. As long as I avoid the helper. That, and of course any random focus stabs that could be problematic, right? Alright. Dodge them.
This is mine. You're just
Okay. As long as we keep distance and we don't really deal with her too much, she can be avoided, and then we can just deal with the remaining enemies.
You're just sinking.
Again, successive just changes the entire fight. So, Ice Fall's not worth it. Repair Roll isn't worth it.
X marks the spot.
And we really want ice wielding stuff if we can get it. I kind of want to go with Depths Blast. I'm just a tiny bit afraid of how fast it will freeze me. I'm a little scared of that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just a little scared of that.
Watertight once more.
I've had some very problematic issues with getting frozen, and I don't, you know. So Depths Blast with successive is an enemy melter, but if it does not go well, that could be a problem.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Alright.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
We're done with him. I just need to see where... Oh, okay. Alright, we'll take care of the mage first, and then we'll go back to the other one. Alright.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me? Told you, this is my world. You're just sinking in it.
This is useful. Now I just have to find Sub-Zero Seal. So we'll grab Tundra Mite. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, this is another survive. The biggest key here is to make sure that we know where they are. No. Alright. The reason why I use that repeated stab like that is so that I have the opportunity to pin them, and that way you can really pay attention to where the enemies are. It allows you to gain distance in the event that things get bad. Alright. No. Yeah, I was about to say that took a while to trigger. I'll just kind of wait the last 2 seconds out. We'll take the rolling in it. And so now we have 45,000 going into this shop area. I'm hoping I find Sub-Zero. If not, it's fine. But that's the best way to maximize Tundra. So we'll just go ahead and do a refresh. This is beautiful. We have a long handle weapon sap, which now makes Valda's counter useful. We'll try our luck with these first 3 anima rings. So since, and I should have actually made the change, but see, I'm running an ice build. So funny thing is, I couldn't really do a Hone Tyranny build. That would be the best way to make use of the whole the damage of the uncharged melee strikes bit. So it's kind of an it is what it is. We could grab it just for the sake of, but there's probably more useful things. Let's see. I'll grab this. I'll grab this. We're kind of getting terrible luck on that, so let me go ahead and heal up first, buy whatever I need, and then after that, if I have anything left, then I'll deal with Jades. Okay. Erudition is not good, in my opinion, because it's difficult to cancel. At least in my experience, it's difficult to cancel out.
Just Hone Darkness is better if you're focusing purely on element damage.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. I mean, I know that I could get it in there with the Hone Tyranny, but it's just, yeah, I want to make the most use of successive and everything else. I do have a build in my potential thing that is set up for that on certain characters where it's Hone Tyranny, but then I have just enough to get some of the, you know, elemental procs, but I definitely like Pure Ice more. I feel like it gets way more done in most stages. There are some where it makes sense to not worry about it, but most areas I just rather do HG. Now the question is whether I want to pick up the curse. I don't think we need to, because I do have successive sap and tundra. I think I'm gonna leave the curse alone. I just don't want lost. I don't feel like dealing with lost. It's not, at this stage, it's not impossible. Like, I would say I don't want it past 40 for sure. That's horror. That's a horror story. But, whoops, I didn't think, I honestly was hoping he'd go for the blue. Dodge out of that.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
See, that's what I was hoping he'd do before. Alright. Oh, he gave me the whole chain. That's nice. Let's see what you're gonna do.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Nope. This time I was ready for you to do that. And you went somewhere else. No. What are you gonna do? Alright, we'll go ahead and do some damage with ult. Ah, messed up the dodge there. Nope. keep trying to dodge back out of it, and then for some reason getting pulled forward. Nope.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Okay. I should have got the parry for that, but okay, sir. Was trying to hold for the 1.5 there, but it's actually probably a good thing it didn't happen. Knowing my luck, even though I would have been striking him from behind, I would have probably gotten pulled into the sky lift. Ah, I messed that up. But actually, this is great, because he'll be stuck on the ground. No. Okay.
You think
All right.
your tricks and gimmicks can fool
Zap,
me?
get some health back. I don't know where he's attacking anymore. I don't think he knows where he's attacking. Alright. We'll grab Elemental Resonance 2, keep it moving. Alright, we're still dealing with Impassable. Probably not even worth it to get super focused on dealing with those enemies. If I can just keep them out of the circle long enough, I think that's more important. Alright. Diffuse Thaw is great if we actually had Sub-Zero, which we don't. So it's kind of a toss-up there. But it is another ice-wielding Jade. So we can add it, and then maybe if we find Sub-Zero, we can put it to work. Yeah, because I have... Yeah, so let's just hope that we come across Sub-Zero soon.
Aim for the queen, better not miss. Anchors away. Aim for the queen, better not miss.
I actually thought that the ice was going to bounce him far enough to where it would have procced on the one behind him.
Told you, this is my one. You're just thinking
Hopefully they gave me credit for that last one. We'll take Enhanced Element.
watertight once more.
At least on this stage, armor is still useful. Once you get past stage 40, they start pretty much, it's almost like half of the effectiveness of armor, so.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Oh, right, you guys.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Get out. Oh, right, burning.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Oh, well, that's nice.
Told you, this is my one. You're just sinking.
Ah, I went early.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can
No.
fool me? Told you, this is my one. You're just sinking.
Oh,
You think
There's
your
another
tricks
one?
and gimmicks can fool me?
oh my goodness. Okay, get out. Get out, sir. Alright. So let's see. This is elemental fragility versus elemental priming. Now, see, the funny thing here is that these are both kind of useful. I feel like elemental fragility in general is still. I go with elemental fragility over elemental priming, just because there's a time limit for usefulness for elemental priming. You have that 30-second window. Sometimes, as long as you can proc it within 30 seconds, that's great. But in the event that, let's say, for example, you were having a lot of trouble getting damage on a boss, or you're having to be super evasive, then maybe elemental fragility is going to be more useful because of the permanent boost. Let's refresh one more time and see what we get. We don't get anything. Well, but see, this is also a you need Sub-Zero seal to make that work. But we could use Depths Blast. I think that'll work for what we need. Now, I hope this just doesn't increase my base frostbite. I hope it just works off of the successive plus the ice blast, and hopefully we don't get frozen too much, to be honest. I'm gonna go for the damage reduction. I don't expect to get good luck with that curve, with that carved jade pull, so I'm gonna just go for the damage reduction. Ah, dodged at the wrong time. Ooh, that is a lot of frost. That's why I'm always so kind of paranoid about if good way to get frozen.
Watertight once more.
Yeah, definitely good way to get frozen. Ah, diffused too early. There we go. That was what I was trying to use diffuse thaw for.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
I literally diffused and then parried out of habit when I should have gone for the parry initially. There we go.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
There we go. Diffuse thaw gets us from being frozen to unfrozen.
Anchors away.
Alright. And of course I managed to somehow miss the sap step. Yep. I tried to dodge back. I knew I wasn't going to get the parry in time. Didn't manage to make it though. Not even going to bother. I have ult ready. Yep, I'm in the middle of launching an attack, so I'm gonna get hit by that. Now, I tried to defuse, but I guess I was just too close, really, to get the defuse off. I figured, honestly, that I was probably gonna get frozen in that. Alright. There we go. No, wasn't close enough to actually get the parry when I wanted to get it.
And gimmicks can fool me?
He's probably gonna use the beam. Yep. Not sure why he decided to use the beam in that situation. Because of the fact that, honestly, with the as to how close I was, he probably should have just jumped back and gone with a different attack. Alright. So we're done with that. And that's why the ice procs, I love ice build. You don't, it's way less to think about. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn off fatigue, so I'll just burn those jades later. So let's go ahead, move to 34. And 34, and this is important to look at the omens. So this one reduces melee damage, but heightens your elements. So either way, you would really want to prioritize an Ice Blast build or a Divine Thunder build. We're going to stick with Ice for this. Meteorites, so pretty much what Meteorites is that all of the archers will be launching pretty much explosive arrows. So do not get hit by those. The archers need to be main priority for almost any battle that you roll into. So we're just going to take the fatigue off, because again, I don't want the extra soul jades, and I would say that you want to do that probably once you get to a certain point, because if you're just getting blues and commons, then it's not useful. Now, if you're getting purples and legendaries, then you can use those for recast. But normally I just turn that off for these lower stages, and then for the higher stages you can have it on. And then of course for obviously for Enigma, if we're loading into Enigma, which would be here and over here, then obviously you want your fatigue on for these. But for this we want fatigue off. Okay. And because I don't want the fatigue to add past a certain point, because then it starts messing up my rewards. If you're going to use an elixir or something like that, you want your fatigue low. That's another thing to add. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. Because, yeah, I don't want to sit here and digress too much, right? But we
yes.
make sure I check this every time at the beginning. I would suggest you do the same. Always check to make sure that your potential is right, and then that your soul jades are right. Because if not, then you might as well just go ahead and back out. Whatever potential is automatically loaded in this is the one that's gonna be used for the run. So even if I were to change this to another one, it won't trigger. Unless the most recent update, like the one that came out, I think that would have been 2 days ago, changed that. Because before that update, there was a bug where if you did not change your potential before queuing up, there's no way to get it to act properly. It's going to take whatever was your previous potential. So that's something to just remember. So again, since we're running Ice build, we're going to pick Successive Ice Blast. Well, not Ice Blast, what am I talking about? Ice Essence. We're going to pick the Ice Essence, and then we hope that we come across Successive Ice Blast. That's what I should be saying. Also, for those people who are using an Ice build, if you have the choice between Ice Break and Diffuse Thaw is technically the better one. You just have to get really good with your diffuses. So that's kind of the key there. Oh boy, trying to hit this guy is kind of annoying here. So that's the thing about those archers. As you can see, the amount of damage that the archers are doing is insane. So when you get hit by the volley, you want to either be in gold focus or you just don't want to get hit at all. And because of the reduced melee damage, until we can get something like Crescent Slam Ice Wielding, we have to make sure that we're just really fast with our attacks and getting them out of there. So that's done. This is the best one to pick right now. I'm just going to go ahead and grab Diffuse Thaw.
Once more.
Because since you never know what you're going to come across, if you have the opportunity to grab it, even if you don't have Sub-Zero and the rest, just grab it anyway.
This is mine.
The reason why I'm using this one is because, at least from what I can see, my 1.5... Oh, never mind. It is proccing, even off my normal slam. Cool. I can just get away with that. Normal slam is proccing. Beautiful. And again, we're just dodge canceling out of the vertical.
Told you, this is my world.
And we're
You're
done
just
with
sinking
those. So elemental confluence is definitely useful in this case, but there's a box, so I'm just gonna have to. The box is great, but that means that now I can't waste it. So I'm just gonna have to carry it for now. Let me see where the archers are. We're gonna prioritize the archers.
Told you, this is mine. You're just sinking it.
And that's the other reason to prioritize the archers. The archers are capable of completely ruining the run because they can do more damage to the crystal here
You think you're
due to their relentless volley.
Told you, this is my world.
All
You're
right.
just sinking it.
I don't see any more archers. I kind of did a dodge back off of that just to make sure that I did not get hit by the throw that the spear guy was
Better
doing.
not miss.
That should not have missed. Alright. So he's done, and then we just need to take this one out. I can always buy more grappling hooks, which I will do.
Queen, better not miss.
We'll see what's in this first chest. If it's successive, then I'll just buy that probably before we even go in to the next one. But it's not. So we do have Tundra though, and we have Sub-Zero. So I don't want to spend too much money, but I'm only going to have a chance to grab one really quickly when we load into the next one. So what I'll do is I'll grab Tundra initially, then I'll quickly grab Sub-Zero when we load into the next one. Next thing is I do just want to fill that, and then I'll probably replace, at least start a grappling hook one. And then let's just go ahead and go in. I could grab the curse, but I'm probably not going to. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. And I guess I should go ahead and also prepare my musket. Alright. Okay. Ah, bad time to do it. But I got the crouch parry.
Gimmicks can fool me.
Okay, for some reason I am getting cheated on these diffusing. There we go. I'm probably diffusing too early on his spin. There we go. Nope.
Your tricks and gimmicks can fool me.
Being able to see what builds people ran to complete a mission is nice.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. I do like the new stats thing. I like that addition a lot. Nope. Ah, I was too far in.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Now I did actually hold dodge backwards, but somehow got caught on that, is what it is. That also should have been a dodge with iframes, so that's interesting too. But again, this is exactly why diffuse the diffuse thaw is way better to me than ice break, because again you can diffuse pretty much any action. A lot of my builds I just haven't swapped out the ice break yet or diffuse thaw, just because I just haven't had time really. No. And we're done. Okay, grab that. I'm gonna try it and just hope I don't get my heart hurt. And of course my heart gets hurt. Yep, they're not giving me elemental resonance. They don't like me. Okay.
Watertight once more.
It's all good. So nothing useful on the roll. So it's gonna be an interesting run. I'm gonna save this until we actually get closer to the boss. Let's see. This is a tough choice right here. I mean, I'll probably just use this as an opportunity to come back and grab more stuff. It's better than nothing, so I'll probably take Wealth Confluence. This one's another interesting one to choose between. For now, I'll take Enhanced Element, but I'm definitely going to come back to Enhanced Confluence. So I will do Enhanced Charge just to make up for the damage loss. Rolling in it. Here we go. Special offer changes the game, of course. That's pretty much best possible thing you could get. I do take in haze sometimes just because it can be semi-useful for stuff. Now, Frostbite Fortitude is beautiful because this is a lifesaver if you're running a build that can freeze you. However, I'm going to go with Elemental Fragility because we already have Diffuse Thaw. But if you're running a build and you do not have a way to thaw yourself, that is your lifesaver. 120%, that is what's going to keep you from dying. Let's see. Since I already have it, I'll just take that. And I might as well refill armor entirely, then just buy another armor replacement. And we'll go with the Red Omen stage because I really am hoping that I can find some more Jades like Successive Ice Blast. Ooh, may not have been my best play. Okay. This has officially become the epitome of a survive. Because if I get struck by those, it's game. We only have the last 30 more seconds, though. The real question is, if I get frozen before I have a chance to really get out of here.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
10 seconds, we should be fine, I think. Oh, well, I got frozen. But, thankfully, no more maggot gas. Alright. This one really isn't that, none of these are really that good, I feel. The armor recovery passive, I guess, is okay, but it's not life-changing. Yeah, if you're in the maggot gas one and you're not Faria and you're not Viper, just run. Oh, and Kurumi, because Kurumi, of course, has the life-saving fact that, of course, she can heal herself.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Alright, we have 4 seconds left on the clock. I probably won't even get that. Okay, maybe that enemy counted. So reawakening isn't really that useful in this case. Yeah, it'll only be for 8 seconds when there's no frostbite accumulated. However, what could be semi-useful here is that it is an ice-wielding Jade. And it does have Ice Blast damage and Rage Recovery boost. So we'll take it for now, and then if we find something better, we'll swap it out.
Watertight once more. Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Nothing's really thrown an attack against me yet that I can really get away with defusing, so I'm probably just take that freeze.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
You can technically defuse the archers, I believe, but the chances of you getting the defuse are, yeah, not the highest. Alright, we're gonna avoid Yin Convulsion. It's really completely useless,
X marks
honestly.
the spot.
So let's just go here. We don't have a box, so there's no point in going to the next one, taking the purple. So we'll go gold. We already did the reroll. We already know we're not gonna get anything useful here. The benefit is going to be in whatever animas we can pull. So I'm going to probably take the enhanced armor just because. These two are kind of a toss, but because of the fact that I want the benefit from the money, I'll take the money. Confluence. We'll also take this because the aim will be to get through the enemies faster.
Once more.
The weapon repair kit. I might as well just go ahead and just burn this one.
Gleams again, like the sea at noon.
Because I like to prioritize having as much health and armor powder as possible. And then we still have enough for one more of these, so we might as well just fortify our armor. I'm just going to let that freeze hit me so that we can actually go into this next one without the freeze gauge being full. So let's see what we're dealing with here. Okay, it's this guy.
Cry havoc, let loose the sea
That
dog.
gives me an idea how much damage I can do with the Astral Aegis boost. That's nice. Again, you can get the reawakening boost, but it's just, I don't know if it's, I diffused early. I really did do a panic diffuse there. And then that thunder is just so nice. Okay, I don't know where he's aiming, but that works for me. Let's see, what's he gonna do? Again, 3 counters. And technically in each case that should have been a blue that should have hit that parry. But okay. pull them
Once
back,
more.
and then sometimes he'll do a body slam from that. So let's see, what are you gonna do? Okay, I can get hit by it, but won't give me the parry off. I do know that I've gotten my ult back. I will be using it shortly. Alright. Oh, and now he decides to throw the blue ground flame. Let's see. Okay, I don't know where he decided to aim at, but it works. With successive, if we had successive ice blast, that one ice blast would have killed him. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick that one up. I don't really, Wealth Confluence is really not that great, but since we can't seem to get Elemental Resonance, it's whatever. Alright, let's keep moving.
Told you, this isn't you're just
Getting stuck on a dead body, so that's when you have to make sure that you just dodge around it.
better not miss.
Alright. I still have to take care of the archers on the other side. Ah. I tried to dodge cancel out of the initial hit, but it didn't let me.
Aim for the queen, better not
Okay.
miss.
And then we have the joys of trying to actually climb up the side of the building. Now that they're finally dead. If I can hit him, yep, over to the side, I can actually catch his friends in the hit. So we'll go ahead and grab Enhanced Element once we're unfrozen. Let's see here. And
Armor restored.
this one
Set
is
sail.
still questionable. I'm gonna try it and hope that I can get a gold soul jade at the end, but it's just half the time you do the red omens and you don't get stuff like that. Ah, crap. Maggot gas. Again.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
Alright. So my ult will last for approximately 30 seconds. So my goal here is to just keep my health up long enough to be able to activate my ult. I'll probably wait until a little bit past the 30. So right about now, hopefully that did not strike me hard enough to potentially kill me.
This vortex will be the end of you. This vortex will be the end of you.
Ah. Now that I think about it, I probably could have just stood on the thing for a little bit longer. Yes. No. Okay, that's crazy. That's wild. I literally died at the timeout. That's hilarious. Alright. I didn't think about the fact, because me being me in that moment, if I had just waited and just not fired spears, that probably would have made it last long enough to not actually die. It was the fact that I was also trying to get damage out of things too. Let's use armor synergy. And it's funny, as you can see, that's one that I still haven't actually finished yet because I haven't found, when I ran Void multiple times, I hadn't found the actual top levels for armor synergy. So let's go ahead and get this done. Where are our archers? I don't actually see any archers this round. That's wild.
This is mine. You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
It's really supposed to pull them with you when you do that move, but sometimes the pull works, sometimes it doesn't. Now see, that should have hit. My attack literally, for all intents and purposes, my attack phased through the victim at that point, the opponent. Because that should not have worked like that. Alright. So now we'll see whatever's in the final chest, reward-wise, and hopefully it'll be successive. But if it's not, it's okay. I'm gonna grab that before I flip it. Okay, so we just have long handle weapon sap. That's not end of the world. That's actually a great thing to have. Definitely increases our character's battle power overall. But it would have been nice if I would have seen something else in there. Nothing useful here. Sure, whatever. Let's see here. Since we're at the end and we no longer need money, sure, whatever. After a successful counter, damage dealt will increase. No. Now let me go ahead and do something else as well. Let's heal up all the way. And then I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait and let this tick out. Might as well. Oh, look at this though. I did not see this. We might as well pick that up. That's another, what, 60% Ice Blast damage? Even though it's a Thunder Jade. I mean, at this point, it's not like it's going to be worse than having no Jade there for the extra ice wielding. So, I mean, hey, might as well pick it up.
Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
Yep, not even dealing with it. Nope. Alright. Ah, forgot the upswing. That diffuse should have worked.
Armor restored.
I guess the game says that I did that a hair early, maybe? Yeah. They're hating on me on that one. Because that also the tap dodge should have worked there too. Yeah.
The sea calls me back. You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Again, diffusing, but the diffuse isn't counting.
You think your
Alright.
tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Actually glad that that one didn't hit though, because I misjudged the timing on that. Now he can't do the jump smashes anymore. Now the fact that I was not able to parry that again, even if I am coming out the ult, that should have still been possible to parry. He's gonna wind up falling. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take the opportunity to re-armor, just in case. Okay. Again, diffuse should have blocked that, but alright. There we go.
So few, defeat so many.
So that's done. Let's move to the next one. I think, yeah, that was stage 34. So let's go ahead and move to stage 35. Now, stage 35, as you can see here, is a combat drive. This is where they first start integrating the idea of your counters and diffuses having a recovery effect. Now, I'm going to keep it real, though. That recovery effect half the time does not trigger, A. And then B, it is honestly trash. Like, it's totally useless recovery effect. So what you want to do at that point is, if you really want to make use of that, which there's nothing saying you can't, if you really want to make use of it, then you would need to go more into the green tree and then try and get rewards in terms of your healing from like counters, and also from making your diffuse windows higher, and then probably speccing into this area as well. So that your diffuses, the diffuse devour, gives you excessive health and armor for your diffuses.
This is so frustrating. Finally get the jades I need, but then my anima rings are garbage, or vice versa.
Yep, 120%, Dark. 120%. That's how I feel almost every run. Yeah, that's it. That is it. And so, and that's the thing, as Dark just mentioned in the comment there, the thing is that when you're actually running these, one, of course, you can't change your potential plan once you're in it, right? So that means that you have to pick a potential plan that you hope will go with the jades that you're going to try to find, that will also go with the animas you need to then stack once you get to the higher levels. If you're below level 35, I would say that's not as big of a deal. Like, even from what we've seen from just me doing this stream today, right? You can make it work even if you don't have the best setup. We finished with a bunch of time on the clock because at the end of the day, if you're skilled enough in a sense and you know how to apply the DPS, you can still make it. But once you get above stage 35, there is just a DPS ceiling. And then once you get to stage 40 and above, it's a DPS nightmare. Like, it's insane how much DPS you have to deal to be able to get done with these sages. So with that being said, if you don't have the perfect anima setup, the perfect jade setup, honestly, you luck, because you need luck to not hit certain stages, because certain stages are time wasters. So you need luck to avoid those, and you have to have the potential plan that just so happen to match everything else I just mentioned. It's just straight foolishness. But so we're going to go ahead and keep with the current potential plan. As I said, you could spec further into the green tree if you wanted to for stage 35 because it has combat drive. I personally am not going to worry about it. Generally speaking, I just hope to have sap. If you have sap, that kind of makes up for a lot of these problems. If not, then in that case, that's where you might want to hope that you spec into the green tree more. Because there's also no elemental damage penalty for this one. If we look at it right now, it's not a melee focus, it just has combat drive. And then you have natural napalm, so don't get hit by the miasma ghost. And then you know, you're gonna have ints, which will stop your ult. So we're gonna take off fatigue, same as before, and then let's get this one done.
The answer is yes. I love it.
Oh, and actually, I did what I normally would tell people not to do. I kind of forgot to open the menu, but I'm pretty sure we switched back to the ice build beforehand. I mean, I clicked on it. I saw that potential is the one that I'd switched to, so hopefully it stuck. But I would check it in the loadout screen, just in case. So we're going to pick the ice blessing. We'll know pretty quickly, because if when I do damage, either with my 1.5 or with my 1.0 attack, 1.0 meaning my second charge, like this one. Oh, I thought that was an enemy.
Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
I'm wondering. Okay, there we go. I was like, where's my ice blast? Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. So I'm just gonna take the enhanced armor. You could sit there and just keep the money off the blues, but the problem is that 2,000, unless you know for sure that you're about to get a box, and then eventually get what's the one that I'm thinking of right now? Special offer. If you don't have special offers, saving 2,000 really doesn't do much for you, in my opinion. You might as well just take whatever you can find. Alright. So what I was looking for there was the gap. If you can find the gap and target it, that's when you can get in here and do damage to these guys. So I could have defused if I just wanted to make sure that I took no damage whatsoever.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
That probably would have been the smartest decision in that instant.
Told you, this is my world. You're just sinking it.
Okay, so this is one of those complicated ones. This is a Thunder Long Handle Sap, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna take it anyway. Because the chances of me finding long handle weapon sap later are low. Even if it's a Thunder Jade, I'll take the L.
Told you, this is my world. You're just sinking it.
Okay, good. I was hoping that those were all of the bombers that I saw on hand in that moment. Now we want to stop this, because he was about to summon a bomber. I'm fine with stamina recovery being slowed. Again, I should be able to kill him anyway before that point, where it becomes a problem.
You're just sinking in it.
Nothing here, offhand, is useful. I could start building a Thunderbolt build in addition to this, with Lightning Rod and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But in this situation, we're still just going to focus on ice. So we'll just take everything that we see. We'll keep the money. Now, first box is going to determine what kind of run this will be. All I have is Sub-Zero Seal. Definitely not great. The attack boost would be useful, so I may still take it, but it's not great because we do have to worry about the freeze situation. I don't have a box, and this is trash. So we're going to go ahead and grab the Demon Elixir, and we're going to basically hope that with all of the attack boosts, that it'll be just enough to help us get this boss out faster instead of slower. And it's my friend who I absolutely despise. I literally hate mountain ghosts. But I just realized we do have stab. And see, that's why I hate him. Because half the time I'll be in the middle of an attack and then I get stuck.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Yeah, I tried to do the whole dodge into a parry, but didn't want to give it to me. That's totally fine. And for some reason he didn't spin around that time, which was weird. Okay, he's doing a dash charge. When he gets to this level, he's gonna 9 times out of 10 do the stomp. So you can take advantage of that to be able to get in some damage real fast. See, that shouldn't have hit me. I had already triggered ult, but hey, it's okay. I am about to get frozen soon, which is kind of annoying.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
I'm gonna kind of run over here because I know I'm about to get frozen. Alright. No.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Just in case. I shouldn't have gotten hit, but just in case, dodge out. Okay. So this is an interesting situation, and the reason is because we do not see elemental resonance. I would love elemental resonance, but I don't see it. And I'm kind of afraid to do the refresh, because then I won't get what I'm looking for. So, I'm thinking that I am probably going to go, I'm thinking about either armor conversion, or rolling in it. I kind of don't want to do the refresh unless it's for soul jades, to be real. So I'm just going to go armor conversion. And then let's go ahead and pick. I'm probably going to ruin my life by getting maggot gas or something like that in here, but let's just see, right? Let's just see. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh, not the worst possible situation, but it's just I am walking into this getting frozen at the beginning.
Aim for the queen, better not miss.
That, and apparently their accuracy is trash.
Anchors away.
Alright. Nope. We'll take rolling in it. What is this one? Okay, this is just to kill things. Now notice, I'm not getting ice procs anymore like I want. But it's happening sometimes. But not as much as I want. Also, that's an example of a bullcrap. That should have gotten parried. But for some reason, their dive, if you don't have a good bit of distance on them when they do that dive, you will not get it most of the time. So that is just something that you always need to be cognizant of. That's also BS. And then, what the heck happened there, right? Ow.
Aim for the queen. Better not miss.
Alright. We'll just take the money.
Armor restored.
Don't let me
Set
armor up.
sail.
And so, see, you're automatically seeing the problem with combat drive, right? You don't get that much recovery, and in addition to that, your armor powder and your healing berries do less. Okay, so with this is just survive. I would say that the best thing that you can do here is to not engage in that area. Because the second that you do, you're going to have to deal with foolishness. Now, this is, of course, bullcrap as well, right? And I have a limited amount of time, so they basically made it the actual 15 seconds. And they just keep showing up as well, so that's, of course, annoying. We will probably die here, no lie. But it'll only be one life wasted, so that's fine overall. Again, it'll literally be sheer luck if we survive this right now. Luck and I guess some dodging skill. See, didn't make it. It's totally fine though, because again, we have multiple lives left. And the important thing was to complete it, because now we have special offer. But yeah, you just never really, you hope to not have to deal with the maggots. The maggots are basically a death sentence. Alright, we refresh. This is nice. We have Crescent Slam ice wielding now. We still don't have a good way to deal with any of the other problems though. But we'll also take Divine Form just because of the fact that it will give us another ice wielding Jade. And again, we have special offer, right? That changes things drastically. We will be picking up that elixir too. I just need to see what I can find. So we'll definitely grab fortified armor. And that's because since we picked up the armor synergy, that should, as far as I'm aware, give us a boost. We will take one level of elemental conversion. I would not suggest stacking more. And let's go ahead and refill. Not what I was trying to do. I have to be very careful about this. I still want to have enough for the demon elixir. Alright, let's move. We're not touching the curse chest. Let's see what he's gonna do.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Alright. Don't know where he's going.
You think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
Unfortunately, we will be getting frozen at some point in this. Yep. Just so happened to be in the gap. It worked out beautifully. Never hope for it to be that lucky, because it won't be. That's one of those once-in-a-lifetime luck levels. I could have gone for the fuse, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get the cancel right. Ow. That's the reason I hate the eerie ints. You never know where they are, really. I mean, you can know if you're constantly looking around, but it's difficult to always be able to keep track of them when you're focused on the boss. That's bullcrap. Again, if I can get hit by it, I should be able to parry it.
think your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
I'll go ahead and use my ult. Really, I could have used it before now. So don't be like me. The only reason that I'm doing it this way is just because I know that we're good on time and I don't really have to worry. But ideal gameplay is to always use the ult the second that you start up. I wasn't sure. I was like, why is he holding back? And so then I was like, I'll go for it, but I should just, yeah. Don't hesitate. That's another thing to take from that. Don't hesitate.
You think
all right.
your tricks and gimmicks can fool me?
About to be frozen. Ow. And that's why Frostbite Fortitude is so useful. Because in the moment when you get frozen, you won't be susceptible to damage. Or at least, you'll be somewhat susceptible. But you definitely won't take anywhere near as much damage as someone else would in that moment. It's over. Alright. We might as well try the reroll.
X marks the spot.
See, this is why I didn't want to do it. I figured I wouldn't get anything useful. So let's keep going. It's just we're so far into the run now that it doesn't really matter at this point. The run's gonna be the run. Like, might as well just go ahead and commit to whatever's happening.
You're just
Nope. Let's just kill the mage.
aim for the queen.
Alright.
Not miss.
The Crescent Slam ice wielding just changes the game. Because of the fact that now my ice is proccing pretty much every time, right? And so that means I'm getting... Oh, now see, that slam shouldn't have taken me... Like, the dodge cancel shouldn't have taken me
Aim
off
for
the
the
ledge.
queen. Better not miss.
But now, every time I'm striking, I'm getting a benefit pretty much. Unfortunately, no ice wielding jades here. I wouldn't even bother with this. You're not going to get really good benefits. I want successive, but I'm not doing any more Omen Sages. It'll be my luck that I'll get Maggot Gas again, so we're not doing it. We're just not doing it.
Aim for the queen. Better not miss.
At least this is just a simple outlast the annoyances kind of stage. I'm not gonna get frozen.
Let them know fear. This vortex will be
See, that's the interesting thing. I feel like that's actually a slower toss.
This vortex will be the end of you. This vortex will be the
That's
end
why I
of
don't
you.
really think I ever see anyone using her other, the R1. I still, to this day, have not found it more useful. Like, I don't see a reason to
Aim
use
for
her
the
R1.
queen. Better not miss.
Because even when I've looked at Astral Aegis, the Astral Aegis damage that it does is so minimal in the sense that it doesn't make any sense. Let's take this one. It's not gonna give us more ice wielding jades,
Watertight
but
once
it is
more.
going to be useful, at least from the point of view that it's 40% extra ice blast damage. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. So, because this is a whole set of bombers, my hope would have been to be able to start with my, I was hoping to be able to get the first connection of the spear, right? And then enter gold focus. But I was not being given the opportunity. So, whatever. work off of what we're given, not off of what we
This is
wished we
mine.
could have had.
You're just- Anchors away.
Ah, don't know why it messed with me on that, but there we go. So none of these are useful. So we'll just take the money. We're up to the last stage anyway. So I mean, the only thing that could be beneficial here is basically if we get either diffused thaw, just so that we're not getting frozen all the time, or if we get something else. Oh, now this actually works out pretty okay once I'm not frozen. Alright, so we have Ice Break to help us get rid of the thaw, and we have Tundra Might to be able to give us the continual attack boost. So let's go ahead and find something to get rid of. I think Divine Form is the one that's well, but then we have to deal with the fact that we lose the Ice Wielding boost. Let me see what Tundra Might is. So this one was 25, this one was 24. I will be honest, even though Cloud Scorch does have more Ice Blast and it'd be nice to have the extra something there, I'll get rid of that just to make sure that we have Tundra Might. And more Ice Wielding is still better, it's faster proc. Let's grab this. Let's go ahead.
Set sail.
One, two, and then let's look at this. We'll increase might. That's useless. Enhanced armor. Honestly, I don't know if Anima Armor is retroactive. I've always wondered if Anima Armor is retroactive. Alright. We don't need backup armor. We might as well get Might High Roller. Oh, I could have used Dampen. Dampen actually would have been good. Let's grab Elemental Fragility. And
Now this is a
we'll
weapon.
repair the musket. We'll drop that. Might as well have a full armor set up. And then let's get frozen. And let's do this. So this pretty much, we have a pretty, I'm not going to say it's a maxed out ice build. Successive Ice Blast would still be better. But we'll be able to do some pretty good amount of ice damage. I diffused. Like, I swear that I literally went for the diffuse as I was getting hit. Same as how that should have iframes. Oh, now it gives me the random diffuse iframes. Like, even if you diffuse slightly late, you're still supposed to get a certain amount of iframes off of it. But okay. Oh, okay, he's just gonna float. Alright, there we go. I'm coming into, yep, I figured I would.
Armor restored. Set sail.
I was like, I'm probably gonna wind up coming down into the hammer swing. Oh, okay.
Armor
You see, the only thing about no successive Ice Blast is that without the successive Ice Blast, you don't have... Whoa, he reached for that one. He reached for that one. Sometimes he can clear a ways, but normally it actually stops a bit before that. He really reached for that. And there's not much you can do against that. Alright. Went to the dash, and then apparently he came with the upswing. Okay, diffuse that, but again, diffuse did not count. And then how the heck was he able to somehow enter a ready state that fast, right? So that's what you like when the animations are just no longer making sense because of the speed at which they're letting enemies do certain things. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead, armor up. It's not gonna be much. There we go. Trying my best to break that. Now his movement is very limited. Alright. Okay. And see, again, the diffuse window for that attack is so tiny.
You think your tricks
Alright.
and gimmicks can fool me?
I know we got the parry.
Anchors away.
We could end it with the old. I'll see if I feel like ending it with the old.
It seems to work better if you defuse it sideways some reason.
You think your tricks
Okay.
and gimmicks can fool me?
Fair enough. I'll use that from now on then. I'll try doing it that way. Thanks, Dart. And we're done. After this, it'll just be 36 through 40, which I'll probably do that tomorrow or Sunday, sometime over the weekend. And then that'll be everything up to stage 40. I can't really say that I'm going to do a stream for the ones after 40. One, because of the fact that it wouldn't be fun to do a stream for that because it's really luck-based. It's not just skill-based, it's luck-based. I probably will have to re-roll multiple times the same mission until we get the right Jades with the right setup. So, yeah, this after this one, it'll be 36 through 40, and that'll be about it, probably. For anybody who hasn't already seen the content, if you're watching the stream, know that also I have done the Enigma Domain Topaz solo. Eventually I'm going to get a good team, hopefully, to go into Peak and just show that one as well. And then also I've done the solos all through Nightstream for Valda. So if you're just trying to figure out how to play Valda well, hopefully those give some insight. And that'll be about it. I'll show again, this is the build that I'm using, even though again in Yama's it's kind of a toss-up as to what you get, but this is the build that I'm currently using. If we're talking about a full ice build, you can, and I would say should, switch out Ice Break for Diffuse Thaw. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I would suggest switching it out for Diffuse Thaw because you can always diffuse, you can only sometimes Ice Break. Other than that, I would say that'd be about it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again, Dark, for joining in. You've been in here for the whole stream, so thanks again, bro. And I will catch y'all later. This has been War on Gaming. Peace out, y'all.